Remember 5 questions to help lead you into your next. What were the 3 lessons that you learned in this past year? What were the 3 lessons that you learned in the past year? This year that's just ended, what are the 3 lessons that you learned in this past year? Now, listen, the lesson might be negative, but the point is you learned. And you got to be aware of that, because part of the way we find our next is by mining all the gold we can out of our last. I'm going to say that again. Part of the way that we find our next is by mining all the gold, the value out of our last, because it is what happened in your last that moves you into your next. It gets you ready for it. So those lessons might be negative, but you learned something. Sometimes lessons don't teach you what you want; they teach you what you don't want. How many of you had a lesson this past year that taught you? You said, "Well, I ain't sure what I want, but I'm sure I don't want that." You need to write that down somewhere, because it's a lesson that you learn. Here's what I've learned about how life takes us. And for me, as a follower of Christ, here's how God takes us, is that if you don't learn the lesson in a year, you just have to take the class again. And you'll just keep getting that same class over and over. So I want to get you to take out of this last year the lessons, because this is going to help you walk into your next. Lessons also are things that teach you what you're not good at. A lesson, sometimes, and you say that's negative. No, 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 no. One of the most positive things you can ever do is to discover what you don't do well, because there are a lot of people who do stuff and they think they're good at it, but they're not. And sometimes you need the lesson to say, you know what? I really like doing that, but I ain't. There's stuff I really like, but I'm not good at it. I love golf. I ain't that good, but I like it, and I enjoy it. My expectations are not that high. Y'all not gonna see me playing on Sunday afternoon on television. It's not gonna happen. But I like it. So I'm not gonna try to make it how I make money or how I live my life, because I like it, but I'm not good at it. There's some things for you. I'll say this in the most gentle coaching way I can. Some things should be your hobby and not your profession. And learn the difference between what's a hobby, really like doing it, and what's a profession. I can make money doing this. There's a difference.